My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now to this channel. Everything we've been saying for the past 2 years is being vindicated. Senate found no collusion. It was always a fabricated bunch of nonsense. I've been saying that since the beginning. There was no Trump colluding with Russia to help inform the United States of America that Bernie Sanders was cheated by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. That never, ever happened, ever. And anyone who is perpetuating that myth, well, that says something about them. William Barr has confirmed today we will have investigations into a whole array, an entire array of criminal activity from Madam Secretary. But Trump is declaring a national emergency. When Trump declares national emergency, House, when Trump declares national emergency, House, Senate Dems can veto, but only with GOP support. That's just one of the 8 Trump to declare national emergency. Trump wins national security debate while president to declare national emergency. Trump declaring national emergency to obtain funding. Trump declaring national emergency to get wall funding. Okay, so I've stated this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, ladies and gentlemen. 8 times. I'll put the link where you can search for it. Or actually, it's the search link below. H.A. Goodman, Trump National Emergency. Why am I saying this? Well, because it's just one of many things that I've had the pulse. I have the pulse of what's going on. Also, I'm very proud to inform everyone that I was just published in The Federalist. Great publication. An awesome publication. One of the great publications in politics today. And share that article. It is below. It is my Federalist article talking about AOC's Green New Deal. And if you've watched this channel recently, I've been focusing on the cobalt mines in the Congo and lithium mining and all the dangers and all the suffering and all the human and the environmental cost, mainly the human cost. You have in one article that I quote, that I cite in my piece, how the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. That's in the Federalist. H.A. Goodman, published today. Share it on every social media platform you have. I cite one Guardian article that talks about 35,000 children in a cobalt mine. These giant mines, some of which are radioactive. There's a tremendous human cost. And Democrats are all into semantics. That's all they care about. They use the phrase indigenous, or the word indigenous. Indigenous peoples, respect indigenous peoples. The indigenous people within communities in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, China, these communities around the world would suffer tremendously, would be decimated if America went from 5% driving, just car sales now are 5% electric, okay, that rely on batteries. And so when I talk about the cobalt mining, the batteries rely on minerals like cobalt, lithium, nickel to run. You can't have an electric car battery without cobalt. This entire Green New Deal is predicated upon the exploitation of communities in Africa and Asia and in Latin America. And I talk about that in my article, how the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. It's published today in The Federalist. Please share that. I know I've spent a lot of time on it right now, but you got to share that everywhere. Every Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Every social media platform. Trump plans national emergency to build border wall. Okay, so Trump will sign a border security bill, declare national emergency, White House says. This, I've been saying this 8 times. I think I've said it more than 8 segments, but you can actually, right below my article will be the search link. You can see all the different segments where I say that. Trump's national emergency and its massive unintended consequences. No, there's no unintended. And now Democrats are saying on Twitter, thank God I'm not on Twitter, oh, well, they're going to, the next Democrat's going to declare a national emergency on gun control. No, sorry, you can't. The Second Amendment's part of the Bill of Rights. Sorry. Sorry, the United States Constitution, Bill of Rights. Yeah, sorry. Can't declare a national emergency to overturn one of the most important Bill of Rights that we have as citizens. You can't overturn freedom of speech or the right to bear arms. You can't. It's not freedom of religion, freedom of the press. You can't do that. You can't overturn the First Amendment and declare a national emergency. It's not how it works. There happen to be atrocities committed between the United States and Mexico. That location, that geographic location. I swear to God, if I say certain words, it's like the YouTube algorithm. I'm like paranoid. But read a Charles Bowden book. Democrats are like, oh my God, Trump's handling of what took place. And some of it, I agree, it's just horrendous. The separation of families, I am not against that. That is horrendous, atrocious. And thank God Trump stopped that. But that was I'm against that, 100%. Democrats focused 2 years only on Russia and utilized that. Under President Obama, a Senate report said that children were given to people who eventually turned out to be traffickers. This is what took place under President Obama in terms of immigration. That was a Senate report. That's New York Magazine reported that, and other publications. Look that up. Both administrations, there's the Democrats and Republicans, the country needs an immigration reform bill. I want a pathway to citizenship for dreamers and for undocumented immigrants, but I also want Trump's wall. I want his wall because it will impede, prevent, or stop the flow of illegal narcotics, the trafficking of narcotics, the trafficking of everything, human beings. It is needed because you don't want, well, let's just listen to John Kelly. John Kelly called it an existential issue. In 2014, under President Obama's Defense One article, he said it was an existential threat to the United States, what's going on in that location. So, again, I really want to explain. YouTube policies won't allow me to get into exactly the heinous atrocities taking place at that location, but I can. Anybody can. Just do your research. It definitely is a national emergency. And to simply give Trump, like, Democrats are hilarious. They're like, abolish ICE, abolish ICE, abolish ICE, yeah! Medicare for all. Where's Medicare for all, by the way? Where's that resolution? I thought that was so pragmatic. That they were just going to pass it right when they got in because they promised that. Oops, didn't happen. Instead, you get a Green New Deal resolution that's being eviscerated by everyone, both left and right. So definitely check out my Federalist article below. But Trump will sign security bill, declare national emergency, White House says. So this is huge, ladies and gentlemen. The Senate on Thursday afternoon approved a border security package to avert another government shutdown as the White House said president is preparing to take extraordinary step of declaring Obama and Bush declared numerous national emergencies to obtain additional funding for his long proposed, on the U.S.-Mexico border. Okay, so he's going to declare a national emergency, and I've been saying this for a long time because he has to. He then gets access to billions and billions and billions of dollars. So Democrats lost big time. They lost. This is a tremendous political defeat for Democrats, who cheated Bernie Sanders, then blamed Russia for 2 years without any evidence. This is a tremendous, tremendous political defeat. Democrats lost big time. They came in with abolish ICE. They came in with Medicare for all. None of it's going to happen. They came in with the Green New Deal. They don't even want to vote on it. They don't even want to vote on their legislation. Because, we have to invent things that haven't been invented. Yeah, of course, we know this. Every day, subconsciously, people know that, hopefully there'll be some new invention that takes care of this or that. That's obvious. That's obvious. And then you have the preaching. Here, look, this is polite. You are not morally superior. Liberal pundit or quote-unquote progressive pundit, some I really respect, but most on the left, you are not, especially people who've taken shots at me, you are not morally superior. You think you are. You actively deceive and you actively work for a Democratic Party that cheated Bernie Sanders, and I was one of the few people, actually the only person, to say Bernie was going to win. He would have won. That's why there's hashtag Bernie would have won. Yet another thing I've been right on. Not right about everything, but I have the pulse of what's going on. Thank God Trump won. We have Americans coming home from never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, coming home from 2 theaters of battle. Thank God. Bernie Sanders would have been a tool of the Democratic Party. He's a tool now. You don't think he would have been a tool as president? So they voted for a border fence, and look, Trump is presiding over peace between North and South Korea. 5.1 million jobs created in 2 years compared to 8.9 million in 8 years. Trump could actually surpass the number of jobs created in one term of his presidency compared to 8 years of Obama. So then you have President Obama absolutely destroying Libya. Then we can go, Hillary Clinton transferring top secret, intelligence outside the United States government. By the way, my Second Amendment channel, check that out. I'll have more uploads today. Fully automatic, amazing. These are firearms that very difficult to get your hands on. These are. I went to Nevada, had a great time, just one day, and got a lot of great footage for the Second Amendment channel. MP5, World War II grease gun, M60 machine gun, M249. These are all if you play Fortnite or any of the other games. These are the firearms within those video games. So check that out. It's HA Second Amendment. That's below in the pinned comment. But ladies and gentlemen, so check out the pinned comment below. If you want to support this channel, my Patreon link is below. Ladies and gentlemen, William Barr is now the Attorney General. Check out my last segment. The FBI, Andrew McCabe, stated that people actually did try to undermine Trump. They did try, not undermine, oust Trump. They tried to recruit people in the Department of Justice to utilize the 25th Amendment and just recruit anti-Trump officials. You have William Barr looking into the origins of Trump Russia. He will do that. He will investigate all of these corrupt FBI officials, from Peter Strzok to Comey. Andrew McCabe right now has a grand jury investigation. He needs to get indicted. He will get indicted eventually. That's actually what Michael Horowitz advised. But, of course, you have the Washington Post saying, oh, my God, it's unintended consequence. Oh, my God, the sky is going to fall. This is after 2 years of saying that, he worked with Russia and there's no evidence. It would be Trump bulldozing yet another political norm. Oh, political norm, and changing the American presidency potentially for good. While there are certainly problems with even Republican senators have worried that if Trump succeeds, he would set a troubling precedent. What? No, it wouldn't set a precedent. This is an issue that both left and right have been trying to. A border fence is okay, but a wall is not. How does that work? Oh, tomorrow national emergency might be climate change. See, there you go. So let's seize fossil fuel plants or something. No, Rubio's wrong. Maybe it's an exaggeration. Well, yeah, it is. But my point is, see, this is ridiculous. There have been national emergencies declared. Here. There have been sorry about that. There have been national emergencies declared. Okay? You can't just say, oh, well, Trump has to stop this. Trump has to stop this because, then they might declare a national emergency on gun control. Sorry, Second Amendment, Bill of Rights, U.S. Constitution. Oh, well, then they declare a national emergency on climate change. You won't even vote on your own resolution. Democrats are petrified about voting for their own resolution. So, yeah, don't worry about others setting a precedent. There have been national emergencies declared, numerous ones under Obama and Bush. And you can go through the whole list. Okay? How many declared under Trump? None yet. But this is like this big deal. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. I'm saying it's going to happen. Now it's happening. Clinton will eventually, and people around her will eventually get indicted. I've been saying that forever. Clinton was going to lose. I said that Clinton would lose in 2015. She lost. Nobody thought, that she would. Definitely, ladies and gentlemen, check out my Federalist article. People say, oh, you talk too much about yourself. Well, sorry. You're watching this channel for a reason, because I am a journalist, I am a writer, I'm a columnist, author, and also a YouTuber. And I'm very proud of being published in a really wonderful publication. But check this out. It is in the Federalist right now. It's doing very well. How the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. It is in the pinned comment. Share it. Facebook, Twitter, Minds, everywhere. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's going down. He is going to declare a national emergency. And Democrats not only didn't abolish ICE, not only haven't passed Medicare for All legislation or even introduced legislation or even backed Bernie's legislation, because they're liars. They're lying. Fight the oligarchy, man. And I'm not talking, there's just people who've gone after me, I'm talking. That's people who try to disparage me. You can't fight the oligarchy by backing the Democratic Party. That's absurd. By backing a political party that says Trump worked with Russia. Ain't gonna work that way. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Trump outmaneuvered them in the most brilliant manner. He gets $1.3 billion for funding for his wall, and he's going to declare a national emergency and get untold billions to finish up the project, and they can't stop it. The Senate can strike it down if the House passes a bill to strike it down, but any Republican that votes to prevent Trump from doing this will never again win, and the Republican Party will probably implode. So, and in the courts, the Ninth Circuit already ruled in favor of Trump. So it's like, the Supreme Court's not going to look at what's taking place in that location and say, oh yeah, it's not really an emergency. Read a Charles Bowden book. Look up Charles Bowden right now, if you think I'm crazy or whatever. Look up Charles Bowden. He's an American treasure, national treasure. And his books talk about the atrocities taking place at that location. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Check out my Federalist article about AOC's Green New Deal and share that article everywhere. Thank you so very much. Check out my Second Amendment channel below. My Patreon is below if you want to support my voice. Thank you.